Yeah, okay, that would be the Hughes fire, and the actual one of the who was it? The president of Hughes' name now escapes me. Anyway, Pat Hyland, he had a ranch up there, and we did a lot of work up at his ranch. When you make satellite systems, it's really easy just to have a crew go up and install a satellite system for the president of the company. But the interesting thing about Pat was he was a technology person. He wasn't one of the accounting people, and he wanted to be right in the middle of it. So, you know, we're out working on his satellite system, and Pat's right out there with us in his jeans and T-shirt.
Well, that's, all that stuff is scary. What I was wondering, they got all these towers and high voltage towers and everything. How do they keep those things? I know they're steel, but how do they keep from wrecking them, getting the insulators carboned up and stuff and arcing on them?
Well, they suffer with problems doing terrestrial microwave. We always, our concern was, the site burning down. But a lot of those, we had a lot of fire prevention on the site that people were totally unaware of. So the fire moves uphill quicker. Microwave sites generally want to be on the top of stuff. So you go out to some of these sites after fire events, aside from restoring power, the site was fine because we never let the fire get.
Yeah, I think I get the drift of what you're saying. Yeah, all that stuff is pretty scary. How much power are you running there?
Right now I'm only running 50 watts.
Okay, you're in Fresno or up there on the mountain?
We're coastal. As I refer to DMOs the hard way, is we're inside of a 250 gallon bowl.
Yeah, I thought that's where you were. Yeah, that's where 432 is there, is what I call it. Rob up there, KM6SRR. And I guess they should be getting on here pretty soon. I haven't heard anybody else but you. So I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I think somebody's going to be showing up here pretty soon. At least they should be. We'll find out here real quick. Anyway, somebody ought to show up here. Anyway, back to you there, and we'll stand by here for you at 3:26, it looks like about, and see if anybody else shows up. Back to you there, AA6S, over.
K6 Mike Italy, DM05.
Hello, Mike Italy, DM05, AA6S.
KM6SRR.
Number 432 on 432, that's what my dial says, Rob.
Roger on that. Who were you talking to before? I just got over.
Are you still talking to WV6JMP up there where you are?
Semi going to the remote on DMO5.
To the remote on DMO5. Where are you?
I'm in Fresno, but I'm going through the remote on DMO5.
You mean on the mountain where your stuff is?
Who's down there in DMO5?
John is through a remote. Is that where his remote site is? Is it DMO5, John?
Roger, DMO5, where the N6MB beacon on 2 meters is. That's the spot 7,000 feet just south of the Hatch Creek, DMO5.
That's what I thought. You're just super loud here. I pointed sideways to you. Man, you'd be really loud if I point the antenna in the right direction.
I can hear myself here. Rob, do you hear me in DMO5?
Roger, John.
Well, I guess I'm hearing you.
Up here at DMO7.
Well, whatever you're transmitting on, I'm hearing you, and you're loud.
I may have got covered up by Bill. Yes, John, I'm hearing you fine here on DMO7, KM6SRR.
Just getting this remote to work.
Well, it's working. Let me point my antenna in that direction.
Yeah, you guys all keep doubling with each other. You got to remember when people on K6USY.
A6MYC.
Okay, K6USY, we copy you, and K6NYC, we copy you as well from down here in DM05.
Hey, you should have been down there for the contest, John. We didn't work anybody in DMO5 on any band.
Yeah, I didn't either. I wish I had. But this remote only works on 2 and 432.
Well, I pointed up towards you, John, and you are loud.
Wow, that's a great report. Thanks.
About 10 over 9 here. I know I got to wait for what Aaron said because of the time delay, but I'm not used to that. But anyway, I'm probably pretty good coming into the repeater since I turned the antenna. Back to you there, John. It's working good. Go ahead.
Oh, very, very good. You're 10 over S9. 10 over S9. Great signal.
Exactly what you are here.
Oops. This remote is vertical. It's not horizontal.
Well, I'm horizontal. I could get on the other rig vertical, but I don't want to transmit on the same frequency running a kilowatt on one and a 50-watt one on the other. Vertical, horizontal, I don't know what that'd do.
Not a problem. You're very, very strong. Okay. I just wanted to get some reports and try this out. Thanks, guys.
K6MI, KM6SRR.
Yeah, Rob, you're coming in fine. DM05.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to answer to you before, but I kept getting covered up. You're coming in loud and clear up here at DMO7, and sounds a little hollow. That's about the only comment I'd have on the audio. Thanks, KM6SRR.
Yeah, pretty interesting. Well, I do have my radio in the background here. Going here, I should turn this on. So yeah, you're very strong, very nice.
Yeah, I think I can hear the radio also, but that's not the hollow sound. So anyway, I think that's just one of the things you do when you get it remote. Thanks, KM6SR.
Thanks for the report.
Yeah, it's too bad we can't get you to wake up KB6RQU there in Lake Isabella.
KB6RQU, are you around? K6 Mike Italy with the group.
Yeah, that's the problem. We've lost all the DMO5 stations. N6SWR shut it down, and now we've lost KB6RQU, I guess, for all intents and purposes. I don't think anybody put a DEI label on them, did they? That's a joke, guys.
Well, good evening, Mike. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Good evening, Aaron.
Good evening, Mike. K6VBG 971.
K6VBG also. Are you copying everybody down south there, Dave?
No, not really. But I'm pointing straight at you. I hear Rob, though. That's kind of strange. Oh, good evening, Dave. K6VBG, KM6SR. KM6SR, K6VBG. Good evening, Rob.
Well, point at 150 or so, and you should hear John. He's down at his other location in the Andes there, over.
Roger, we'll give it a try real quick.
to make a little more noise, maybe we can get you all the way to Course Gold.
Okay, I did not hear him on the remote, but I heard him direct. K6MI, this is DM05, November Bravo, where the 2-meter M6NB beacon is on 144.294. So if you can hear the beacon, you might be able to hear this. K6 Mike Italy.
Copy, Dave?
I hear something, but not enough to make out what he's saying. So, yeah, we'll wait until I get the other antennas up.
Why don't you see if he's hearing you? Give John a call, over.
Alrighty, what's his call again?
K6 Mexico, Italy.
K6MI, K6MI, K6VBG, Course Gold.
Copy, John.
VBG, K6VBG, K6 Mike Italy, very, very, very faint at DM05, very faint at DM05. Not sure if you hear me. K6 Mike Italy, go ahead.
Any detectability even, Dave?
No, not that time. The time before I thought I heard something. You know, I could hear somebody talking, but I couldn't make out what they were saying.
Yeah, you're not hearing as well as John is. I don't think you have any local noise there, but who knows? John could hear you, but very, very weak. So, yeah, we're waiting for those new antennas, Dave. K6VBG 971 in the group, K6MYC 47 Bozo.
Yeah, it's got to get it up over the hill just a little bit more.
Okay, well, let's see, Dave, Mike, I wonder if we're going to have your cohort, not Mike, Bill, I wonder if Mike's coming in here tonight, WA6AAJ. Mike, are you here?
I don't think Mike can hear me.
Who is that?
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie, Echo Fox, 982.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Oh, okay, maybe you didn't, I called, I signed a minute ago, you didn't hear me.
Well, there might have been 2 or 3 people talking, but you're a lot weaker than Dave, so if you were underneath Dave, I wouldn't have heard you.
You must be pointed away from me because you're not even tickling my meter, and I could barely hear Rob, so anyway, I just wanted to check in. I'm vertical anyway, so, you know, hey, there's a problem right there.
Well, can you hear me, Daryl?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you fine, Dave.
Okay, well, your radio's working, man.
Oh, yeah, oh, no, it's just, I'm on the wire, and when Mike's pointed away from me, it's weak.
Yeah, it's an antenna problem. Something you're going to need to rectify.
I'm already aware. Mike's already got me a 6-meter beam coming. We just got to do it.
That's a pot calling the kettle black, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, really.
Well, I don't know. I can rotate mine, and I've got, 1296 and 432 and 6-meter up there. M40. I'm hearing you fine, Daryl, KM6SR.
Oh, there's Rob. Now I can hear him good. You must have had the amplifier not on.
I don't have one on this band, but I was pointed way down south, so that was the wrong way. Over.
Okay. Yeah, now I got a very good copy of it.
We should have another course called KB6, WB6JNP should be in here.
Hey, whatever happened to Frank?
Frank's okay. He's been concentrating on 160, so he's got some of the feed lines disconnected. He'll be back on here one of these days when he's been also fighting poison oak and other stuff. So he just hadn't felt like burying himself in the net here for a little bit. He'll be back.
Yeah, all right. Just haven't heard from him for a while. Hey, Mike, Dane was on here earlier talking with Bill.
Who was on here earlier, Rob?
Dane, 107, WB6JNP.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll list him. I didn't hear him.
KC5 DTU 712 is here, and hello Rob, hello Dave, and anybody else there?
Yeah, good evening, Kerry. We need a little help. We were trying to watch the last of the Kazarias stuff, and we let it go for too long, and Rumble won't let us back in there, so I had to register as a new user of it. Now we can't find the program.
Okay, I'll send it to you again. I think I heard Aaron in there too. You got a good signal over this way.
Yeah, you're sounding good over here in West Fresno, K6USY.
Roger, roger. Well, you're radiating good this way. And Dave, are you still there, K6BBG? I haven't heard you in a while.
Dave, are you copying KAC5DTU? Where did Dave go?
I think he went.
He did. He went in where it was warmer, I bet. You, with your long wire there, Darryl, can you copy Kerry? Oh, maybe they went off frequency somewhere.
KG6QNY. GMO. Bozo number 1091.
Who would be that? 1091. Give us your call.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That's Marcus.
Why, Marcus? G6USY. No, that's not right. I got Marcus's call tangled up here. Go ahead, Marcus. K6MYC, Bozo 47.
Yeah, it's Bozo 1091. Marcus, AG6QNY. Why? Because we love y'all. Other than that, that's about it, Mike. I just got out of the shower. I had Ken and Rob over today, and Aaron stopped by. So we're just finishing up here. We'll stay on the side. AG6QNY.
Okay, very good. Good to hear you. Thanks for checking in on 432 there. Give me their call again. I'm getting you tangled up with K6USY. What is the call?
It's KG6QN as in Nancy Y.
Yeah, KG6QNY. Okay, I thought you were saying USY. Okay, very good. QNY. Very good. Got it, Marcus. I've had it before. I mean, it's not like a new call to me, but for some reason I got it mixed up with USY there. Thank you. Good evening to you. Thanks for checking in. We're still pointing southeast, looking for Lake Isabella. If we don't hear Lake Isabella in about another 2 milliseconds, we're going to go over and give up on it and go up to Santa Cruz. Who is it?
Yeah, Whiskey 6 Zulu Bravo Lima, number 695. You aim just about straight south from me, Mike.
Yeah, it's very muffled. WA6ZBL, I think it is. Is that Larry?
Yes, it's Whiskey 6 Zulu Bravo Lima, number 695.
695. Thank you, Larry. I hear you, but boy, are you muffled. You are very weak tonight.
You're aiming too far east. If you go straight south, you'll come up in signal strength.
Can anybody relay that?
He said if you turn south, Mike, you'd come up in signal strength.
I am turned south.
No, but due south.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I I don't think his antennas are up that high, so if you want to hear him, you got to go due south, K6USY.
And yeah, now you should be getting a better signal. You should copy better now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got you better. I have to turn way south for you. The problem is at 180, I got to go to 175. If I go any further, I run right into a hill that's 600 feet higher than my antenna. So it's a little blockage right toward you there, Larry. That's why I have trouble there. WA6NBL, K6MYC. How now?
Oh, very good. You're up to about an S6 here, about an S6 right now. The call is Whiskey 6 Zulu Bravo Lima. I changed the call sign last year to get rid of the A that was in the prefix.
Yeah, I remember now. What are you using for a radio? It's got a lot of residual byproducts in the audio. What are you using? Larry, what are you using for a transceiver there? You've got some significant distortion on the audio. Over. Maybe somebody else can ask him. He must not be hearing me.
No, he's a little off frequency from where we are, Mike. A6S and good evening there. It's been a long time. KC5DTU didn't get to break in and say hi to you there. Anyway, A6S, back to you there, Mikey.
Okay, I'm pretty close.
No, he's down in frequency.
If anything, I'm high. Aaron, put me on the right frequency here, would you?
I'm not talking about you, Mikey. I'm talking about Larry. I had to tune down for him.
Okay, I can move this thing up a little. This thing is not too accurate. Let me try something here.
That sounds pretty good now. That's a little better. When you're off frequency, you got a lot of extra bassy rumble in there.
Yeah, well, I hit the wrong button on the microphone here, and this thing went off to somewhere else, so I got to be careful about that.
There's just still some other products in the audio at the low side. It's breathiness or something in there, but it's all low, and that really picks up. It's almost as strong as your general audio. So that's what makes it difficult copy. When you're close to the noise, you need to get rid of some lows and bring in some highs. What radio do you have, Larry?
This is an ICOM 7000. ICOM 7000. I don't know. There may be an EQ setting in the audio on this thing that I could tweak to kind of help that.
Yeah, I don't know that radio very well. If Ken was in here, he could tell you whether you have any way to tailor the audio. Anyway, it's usable. We'll take you any way we can get you, but I'm just trying to make it sound a little bit better. It doesn't have any brilliance to it. It's very flat and very bassy. So that's all. It needs to have a little sparkle to it. So much for that. Not to worry. I'm sure you're working on all that stuff as time goes on here. And you get somebody like Ken on here, KWA60YB, he can really talk you in and maybe give you some clues. And as well as Aaron's got good ears too. Aaron, what do you hear?
Well, what I'm observing on the spectrum scope is that radio is essentially only putting out low frequencies. Yeah, it is very out of whack. it's definitely not balanced at all. So yeah, if there's a way to bring up the treble and lower the bass, that would make it sound a lot better. But you can visually see it on the spectrum scope that it's not producing a full frequency range. So we'll have to take some time to see it. Well, what radio was it again? I can go look it up here, and then you can continue with the net.
ICOM 7000.
Okay, I'll look it up and I'll see what I can find. K6USY.
Okay, very good. Stick around, Larry. Don't run away. All right, is there anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley here? Anybody within the sound of my voice? Please check in now to the 432 Bozo Net before we go towards Santa Cruz. K6MYC. Nothing heard. Going to Santa Cruz.
I'm following you, Mike. A6S. Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz. Anybody there? KW6S. Do I have any signal getting down that way, Tom? A6S, over. You forgot to turn the amp on, or what?
Yeah, it's on now. I was sitting here and I didn't have the amp turned on, but I'm hearing you there in good shape. Good evening, Bill.
Yeah, good evening, Tom. Yeah, you were Q5, only moving at about a 1, but now you're way up there on the meter. But I don't have any noise tonight for some reason. Man, the other night the noise was, I had a noise to signal ratio instead of a signal to noise ratio. I don't know what was running, but man, the government had something on or what, but the scope was just nothing but garbage. I had about an S8 of just trash. I don't know what it was. Anyway, good signal and good hearing you there, and I'll kick it back to you. You can kick it over to Mikey there. He was turning his antenna. KW6S, AA6S, back to you, Tom.
I hear you, Tom.
A6S, KW6S. Yeah, I've had a lot of noise sporadically, like on 2 meters it'll be S9 and really broadband. But tonight there's nothing on 2 meters, and it's pretty quiet here too, so whatever was making all the racket seems to have given us a break for at least tonight. A6S, and back to you, Mike. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, okay, very good, Tom. KW6S and KD6SOK. Good evening, Fred. Big signal. K6MYC. Okay. We got you, and let me give it to Bill one more time and let him finish up with you there. Bill, finish it up, and then we do have Fred, KD6SOK, Bozo 507 on frequency. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, Roger. I just want to say 7-3's Tom, and maybe the powers to be got scared when Trump started talking there and turned their transmitters off. Good evening there to you. KW6S, AA6S. Good evening, and back to you there, Mikey.
Yeah, okay, very good. Tom, over to you. Let's see, before we shoot it to you, Fred, hang on a second. We have another station there in Watsonville. Let's see if I can copy lead tonight. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, AF6U, K6MYC, Bozo Net, over.
K6MYC, AF6 United, at 9-8. I am here. If you can hear me, I can hear you tonight, which is, I guess, a good sign on my end, but I hope you can hear me. How's that? Is that enough?
Yeah, I got Q5 copy on you. You're not bodacious. I've heard you stronger, but it's reasonable. What are you using tonight, the quad or the 3-element Yagi?
Oh, I'm still on the 3-element Yagi. That's probably going to be the way it is for several weeks coming up here. I just have too many different things that I have to try and get together along the way, and I figure the antenna is probably going to be one of the last pieces because I gotta pour the base and get the tower in place and stuff like that. So before I do all of that, I gotta get the shack all organized because I'm still trying to work out the space. I've got to clean out the garage and get things reorganized and place power lines in and stuff like that, and run feed lines into the shack. So I got a lot of stuff to do, and it's like one step at a time. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Well, as long as we can hear you and check you, and then you're Q5, so I wouldn't get too excited about it. You know what you got to do. You've got your goalposts set out there in front of you, and I'm sure you'll get there. And it would be, your timetable would be to try to get the station up and running a little bit better by the June contest. That would be really helpful. Otherwise, anything in between, you've got many other things, as you said, to accomplish there. Thanks, Lee. Let me shoot it to Tom and let him say hello to you, and then we'll go on up and pick up the Bay Area. KW6S, K6MYC.
Yeah, very good. Lee, keep at it. You'll get there. It's never ending, so you might as well get started on it and get your shoulder into the wheel and keep going there. We had last night while I was sitting here with my headphones on the radio. All of a sudden it went darker than I've maybe ever seen it, and it turns out I think a transformer or something happened down the block from me and kind of knocked our neighborhood's power out, and they fixed it fairly quickly, and then they came back and worked on it some more today, and I'm hoping maybe that was the source of my noise that I've been concerned about, that maybe there was some arcing that I couldn't see or hear when I would wander around the neighborhood here. Anyway, it's good tonight, and I'm going to hope it stays that way, Mike, and we'll catch you Sunday night. AF6U, K6MYC, KW6S.
Fine, Tom. Very good. I'm glad that maybe that will solve some of your noise problems. I'm sure you haven't checked all the bands, but I know you were suffering something on either 2 meters or 222, I thought the other day, but I might be thinking of other people. I talk about talking to a lot of people, and everybody has some own little weird noise things, and sometimes I get the noise straight, but I can't remember who it's attached to. It's like having a donkey tail in your hand, but you're not sure which animal to stick it on. All right. See you later. Lee, up to you for your final. AF6 United, K6MYC. Go ahead, Lee.
Okay, well, I don't really have too much to add to that. You know my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I'll say 7-3 to everybody. KW6S, K6MYC from AF6 United. Good night.
Okay, I guess you're the one that's got the donkey tail sticking to you. You're sticking to it. All right, buddy. See you one Sunday night there. AF6 United, KW6S in the group, K6MYC, and Fred, go ahead. You're very strong.
Okay, good evening, Mike. Yeah, I just heard you talk. I heard Bill in the background, but he's very weak. I could barely pull him out of the noise, but I could copy him. Anyway, you sound good tonight. Good signals, and it's not as cold as last night, but you sound great, Mike. Back to you, KD6S. Okay.
Yeah, you're romping and stopping. I brought the antenna up on you. I was pointed way down south of you, but I must have you on a side lobe. This should be stronger.
Oh, you're very strong. You're good 20 over 9.
Yeah, okay, good. Well, you're no problem copying either way. It looks like we got very nice conditions here on 432 this evening. So anything new to report other than how about have they canceled the EEI in your company over?
Yeah, all those people are gone now. They're all unemployed.
Okay. All righty.
So anyway, I'll let you carry on, Mike. Thanks. KD6S, okay?
Okay, very good, Fred. Good evening to you. Let's see who else we have. Let me say, I've heard Ed for a long time. Ed, you got something on every band. You must be in here. WA6AXX Bay Area up in Los Gatos Hills, K6MYC.
Haven't heard him for a while, Mike. W6PQL.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead, Jim. Take one. W6 Papa Queen London, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Well, I'm feeling pretty good today. Had a good night's sleep, except for my back. I threw it out this morning, and oh God, when that happened, just like days before I feel normal again. So one thing after another. I guess I'm getting old.
Oh, come on. Well, one thing you should never do is throw it out. Don't throw your back out. You've got to keep it for a while. It keeps your head separated from your butt. Over.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I don't like when it hurts. Okay, Mike. Nothing new here, except for that. K6MYC W6PQL.
Okay, very good. And good to hear you. Good strong signal. And not quite. I think we just got good conditions here on 432. Nobody's fading. Nobody's fluttering. No multipath. It's quite amazing. The fades are minimal, if any. So nobody's just dropping out or going way down or anything, as much as I can hear anyway. So that's a nice thing. Let me see who else we have in here, Jim, and maybe you can keep an ear out for just a second. On the outside, I miss. Maybe Mike sometimes doesn't come through real good. Who else do we have? KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, or WB6JNN, or KB6BA, or AB6SR, or WA6AXX, or K6KLY, KT2G. That's a selection. Who am we going to get?
KB6BA, Belmont. KB6BA.
Okay. I heard Oliver. And I heard other voices, but Oliver was timed perfectly for perfect pile-up there, Oliver. You take it, and then we'll get the others guys in here. Go ahead.
Okay, good evening, Mike and Net. Pleasant day today, got up to the upper 60s. Just getting rid of yard waste, cleaning up things here, and probably will go hiking maybe later a few days, supposed to get chillier on Saturday. K6MYC, KB6PA.
Yeah, it was surprisingly warm here, too. We did some yard work. Actually, just what would be classed as yard work, except it was down and around my solar panels. We're trying to clean up that area. We're repaneling the structure. I had some old panels that were 200 originally, and they were down to about 150 output. So I got some new ones, and we're putting the 400-watt panels in the place of it. But in doing so, we had some underneath that solar panel array. There was some erosion that happened a couple of years ago, and we never filled it. So we're going to do some cleanup there, and I'm just generally cleaning that whole area. And I got a whole bunch of feed lines running nearby, and we're trying to get those organized and cleaned up and tucked all together so I can rake without catching one cable or another. So that was my activity, but I couldn't even do it with a long sleeve shirt on, so I was down to T-shirts. It was very pleasant. In fact, I didn't put my long sleeve shirt on until we took a ride, and then there was wind, of course, in the ATV and or in the side-by-side, and it felt a little better to have a long sleeve shirt on. Anyway, sounds good. Okay on the hiking coming up shortly. Yeah, you do it before the weekend. I think we're going to get some rain. At least they're talking about it, and that's at least a good sign. AB6BA, K6MYC for your final, and we'll get the others.
Not too much more to add. So, back over to you, K6MYC, KB6BA.
Okay, very good, Oliver, 7-3. And who are the others? K6MYC, Bozo.
K6KLY.
WB6WI.
Okay, I got 4 of you in there. WB6JNN, 285. And K6KLY, 111. Russ, why don't you take it and shoot it down to Jim, over.
Okay, well, the conditions are real good tonight here. Pretty hot up here, about 20 over 9 or so. Nothing new to report at all. Just enjoying being on the contest over the weekend. Okay, Jim, PQL, pick it up, K6KLY.
Oh, nothing to add here, Russ. Already signed with Mike, over.
I turned it to the wrong Jim. Go ahead, Jim. WB6JNN, pick it up.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Yeah, you're pretty strong tonight compared to usual. You got up to 9 for a while as well, so that's a lot better than it was. So you have a little more problem with my signal. But nothing new to report here. Going to put a telescope out in a couple of minutes and see what I can capture. WB6JNN.
Okay. Well, I didn't get much of that because I have popping, snapping from the Beale Air Force guys, and I just got the blanker turned on at the end, but it kept shutting every other word down on you. You're very weak tonight. Are you running power, or what's going on there? You're way down from normal.
I want my normal 50 watts, so it's
that's weird because everybody else is romping and stomping in here, so I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, okay. I take it you did or you did not fly today, over?
No airplanes today, but I will put the telescope on tonight.
No airplanes today, okay. Very good. Well, maybe you'll get a chance over the weekend. We'll see you Sunday, of course, and expect you to be stronger. This is very unusual for you. You're normally pretty decent here on 432. Everybody else is pounding in, and that's strange. All right, and I went back and forth on you, too, and I lost you in just a few degrees either side of where I am now. Thanks, Jim. Good to hear you. Let's see, I got one other that I missed the call of, and I think it's WB6WNI. Was that you, Gary?
Affirmative. Yes, it was. It's WB679 1090. And Mike, you're coming in here in an S7. Just curious, how is my signal? I'm using your beam, and it's pointed the usual direction.
Yeah, well, it's better than usual, actually, Gary. For this band, you're doing way better than Jim, and very Q5. I heard you in the pile there, and I thought that was you. But no, you're doing very, very well tonight on 432, so you've at least optimized or improved the system, over.
Well, very good. I think I've got it pointed. It's someday I will get my daughter to watch the S-meter, or I could just bring this rig outside. But yeah, we're doing it the old-fashioned way here, but it's still, I am happy it works so well. And we're also running 50 watts, in case anybody's wondering. Mike, I'll let you go so you can move on, but we're in the middle of dinner, but I thought this time I would just sign in now and so you don't have to wait till later. So 73 for the moment. K6MYC, baby, 679-1090.
Yeah, Gary, just quickly, somebody else wanted to get in. I think it's, but what was your power, 50 or 150?
So 50, just 50.
Okay, well, it's doing really good. You're giving me almost what we would call full quieting here. So it's way stronger than what I've heard in the past. So apparently you got the thing pointed very, very close to where it should be. Good to hear you, Gary. Thanks much for checking in. And okay, on the early dinner tonight. WB6WNI, did I hear USY?
Yeah, Mike, I sent Larry an email with some suggestions to fix the audio, but according to a little bit of my research, he might also just have a bad microphone. But Larry just needs to go check his email, KA6USY.
Okay, well, he's probably copying you. He may not hear me turn this way. He may not hear him. Why don't you see if he's still listening?
Yeah, hopefully you checked his email, so no worries. KA6USY.
Alrighty, thanks, Aaron. We got still a couple left, at least in the Bay Area. I heard two other voices in there. Who else do we have? Kilowatt 6, Mike Yankee Charlie, beaming the Bay Area.
Kilowatt 6, Whiskey India Sierra.
Yeah, good backscatter signal, Paul. 637 K6WIS. Go ahead and take it and tell me if you have any relays.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. 5x4. Good signal from the backscatter. I'm pointed towards the Bay Area with the south. Yeah, I'd like to relay in WB6ISO. Dennis asked to be relayed in, over.
Is that the only one? Didn't you get the clear light, guys?
Nope, I have great difficulty on 70 centimeters with the clear lake, folks, over.
Okay, well, I've got Dennis in here. Does Dennis seem to be okay? Because he hasn't checked in for the last 3 nets or so here, over.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm relaying his check-in for you.
Well, I know that. I know you're relaying it in, but I just wonder if he's sick or something, over.
Nope, I don't think so. He sounded pretty healthy to me.
Okay, well, I just wonder why he isn't checking in on 2 meters or well, he checked in here on 432, but he's missed 2 meters in a row, and it's just a little odd. And I've had to kind of drag out the Clear Lake boys by myself, and I could just barely hear one. I could only hear N1 PPP last night, and not even good enough to find out if he had Kent in the background there. So it's been a little difficult to pick those guys up. I'm not sure they have forgotten where to point. I I don't know why they don't hear me better with the buku power I was running on last night. Last night was 2 meters. Yeah, I run gobs of power, 1,500 watts in their direction, and I called, and I got one little short sector, one little 15-second transmission from Dave, and that was it. But I never did find out if he had anybody else in there. Anyway, you're doing nicely on the backscatter path, Paul. Conditions overall seem to be pretty good. Everybody except a couple have very strong signals tonight. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, we'll see you Sunday, K6MYC.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Yeah, my throat's a bit stuck up here.
KM6SR.
Roger.
Chemo infusion session, so it's going to be downhill for a week and then hopefully uphill recovery on the final third week before my fourth session, over.
Yeah, okay. Are you going in physically for some more chemo?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm scheduled for 6 sessions, so I'm completing my third session right now, over.
Okay, so when do you think you'll be back on the air?
Well, I can get on the air, except on Tuesday was my session day, and I'm really out of it then, so I didn't participate in the 1296 net, over.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll get you when we get you, I guess, depending on how you feel. Hopefully it's not too bad on you, and I know you're closing in on the end of your sessions there. Enough, Paul. Thanks for checking in and giving me Dennis here. Let's see. I know I've got others, still a couple more in the Bay Area here, I believe. K6MYC Bozo Net, Bay Area, please. Well, maybe there isn't anybody else in the Bay Area. KT2G may come in, but he's usually late. And so we may pick him up on the late checks and missed a little bit later in the evening here. And I haven't heard AB6SR for a couple of weeks, so I'm missing him. He's not very strong on 432, but we should be able to get him. And KB6 Whiskey, Foxtrot Charlie, are you in here tonight, Mike? How about KF6QCH, Jimmy? Not hearing anything. I assume that I'm not the only one that's hearing nothing. Is that correct?
KM6SR.
Sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything either, but that doesn't mean much for my station. I looked, last time Dennis checked in was January 9th.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's been quite a while. That's unusual for Dennis. Both on 2 and on 432. Maybe he's just on some kind of a different earlier schedule or something. Anyway, thanks for checking on him, and at least knowing how long it's been. That's going on 9, 19, 10 days, and another 6, so another 4, 22, 23 days since he's checked in. No, I mean 13, 14, 15 days. So that's a long time for Dennis. All right, one last call. Bay Area, please. Kilowatt 6, Mike Yankee Charlie. And I moved up to Oakley here. And if Oakley is there, he'll be strong. N6RO, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO. In Bozo 835. Temperature range 30 on the low and 67 on the high. And dinner was, what was dinner? Chicken Caesar salad, which is my Thursday night thing when I have too many things going on. And didn't need an early check-in tonight, but I got to go to the Zoom meeting that happens every Thursday. K6MYC and 6RO.
Okay, well, I won't keep you. Get off to the Zoomy thingy. And fine on your dinner. We had crab salad and a little bean dish along with it, baked beans. So it was kind of good and kind of refreshing. Nice light salad, crab, and a new kind of dressing that Matt's experimenting with. Quite good. Good evening to you, Ken. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you on Sunday. Hopefully you're feeling almost over your thing by that time.
Well, I was pretty good the last couple of days until this morning. I woke up with the wheezes and all that crap. In my head, my sinuses don't feel good, so it's recurring. But eventually it'll quit. See you on Sunday.
Okay. 73 KN6RO K6MYC. Anybody else for me in this direction for the Bozo Net? Okay, hearing nothing. Let me go on up toward Darren. Darren, how are you doing with me tonight? KJ6KFB K6MYC. Okay, how about KJ6KO6KD? How about you, Bill? I hear KR6MR 759. I'm not up your way, but I'll come up that way. I don't hear Bill in there. Go ahead and pick it up, John, and I'll peek on you. Go ahead.
KR6MR Bozo 759 for the group. Bill will not be on tonight. The meter band, and it is being shipped to Icon for repair.
Wow. I'm struggling, John. You quit just as I was starting to come back up on what I think was the peak. Just give me a little more chatter, so I have had no copy so far. I've got your 759, but absolutely nothing else of anything useful except for your. I don't even have your full call yet. That's how weak it is. KR6MR K6MYC. Over.
Oh boy. Can you hear me? Go ahead.
I need you to chatter so I can peek on you.
I have been chattering, but yeah, okay, yeah, I'm chattering. Bill's 9700 is broken. It's going to Icon for repair, so you can't do 432. I think he can do 2 meters. I'm not sure how much power he has now. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, that's too bad. What happened to his 9700?
Well, at some time in the last few months, he was moving cables around and things here and there. And I guess he dropped the DC negative cable off the radio. So it was getting its ground through the coaxes and everything else. And he thinks that stressed the 2-meter amplifier because it's at low power now.
That's too bad. And 432 is the same way, no power out?
Well, it doesn't matter. You got to send the whole radio in. He didn't say anything about 432, but that has to go with the radio.
Yeah, well, you went back down in the noise again. It's really funny. The conditions toward you are terrible. Conditions toward the Bay Area were smoking. Everybody was fine. There was only one station that was a little bit below normal. Everybody else was booming in. But your direction is kind of pukey here. I don't hear anything from Darren, but I'm sorry to hear about Bill's radio. I'll try to get on 40 meters in the morning. If you connect with him on FM, you can tell him I'll try to be there tomorrow morning on 40 meters. Oh, boy, that just reminds me. I've got a doctor's appointment. I got to be out here at 8:45, so I'm not going to have any time to get on here at 8:30. So tell him I will not be there probably tomorrow, but I'll try for Saturday. I should be in there Saturday on 40. KR6MR, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, okay, Mike, I copy. You have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Will not be on 40, but you will be Saturday, over.
Roger, roger.
Okay, I'll let him know and let you continue on, get your way on up to Nevada.
Yeah, and I'll see if there's anybody else in your area. Anybody else in the Sacramento area? How about KJ6KFB? Where are you, Darren? Don't hear Darren. KW6T? KE6ILX? I guess not. I'm beaming toward Redding. I don't know if there's going to be any contact with Redding or not, but Redding, let me just take and see if I can hear anything on the band here from Redding, KD6SW, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6SW, Redding, K6MYC, calling and listening. Okay, not hearing anything here. That said, I will go to Nevada. So here we go toward Nevada. And there we are into the Nevada area. Nevada. N7 Whiskey Tango, KE7UQL, or KD6BQ. Who do we have? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, over. Roger, on the 249, we got you. Pretty good signal. It's not quite good enough for good sideband, but certainly easy copy on CW there, Richard. Good evening to you. Your 8 watts is getting through. So we'll hold you for a second, and I'll see if there's anybody else. I did not hear Daniel, although I thought Daniel still had his 432 antenna up here. Daniel, KE7UQL, K6MYC, over.
There is 272, K7UQL, over.
Yeah, no, I heard you. I was just writing it down, but I was running out of space on a paper. So I was looking for a clear spot, Daniel. KE7UQL 272. We got you all okay. Not bodacious, but I could probably get a little more out of it if I peak the antenna. So take a little longer transmission and tell me if you've heard anything from Larry. We haven't heard Larry now for since the contest, so he's been very quiet. KE7UQL, K6MYC, over.
Sir, this is KE7UQL, and just Richard and myself. I'll give you a little bit longer count here for peak the antenna.
Yeah, I got you now. Yeah, we got you now. I picked up a little bit there, picked up another S unit or so. It's a little warbly. Apparently, the north-south conditions are pretty poor tonight. East-west is good. I had booming signals from the Bay Area. And I thought, wow, what a great night. Everybody's pounding in here. I didn't even have to point the antenna particularly. But for you guys up north, Sacramento and you are just really marginal. Well, you're about your normal strength, but I had to really peak for you. Anyway, good evening to you, Daniel. Thank you very much for being here on 432. And we'll see you Sunday night. I'm assuming that 2 meters still works, and maybe little by little we get the other antennas up on the other bands. We'd sure like to catch you on 222 again. And, of course, 6 meters is always good. And 1296, we haven't heard you on 1296 except during the contest there. Back to you, KE7UQL, K6MYC.
Okay, Roger, this is KE7UQL. I'm a little snowstorm blowing through the Saturday, so we'll see if everything stays up in the air okay.
Okay, I missed a little bit of that. You got really close to the noise there, so I didn't get all of that, but I think you're just about done with me anyway, so we'll let you go. 73s, we'll see you Sunday. I'll take another stab at Larry and see if he's perhaps going to be in here, and then we'll give it away. I don't know about N7 Victor Alpha X-Ray. I don't know whether he's got anything on this band or not. Richard may be able to say something about KN7VAX or VAZ, I think it is, Victor Alpha Zulu. If he's got something on this band, I don't know. He can't hear me on 2 meters for some reason. 73's Richard, 73, and I'll go back to Daniel. I'll go back to Richard here. KE7UQL 73, K6MYC, standing by for KD6BQ.
You want me to relay for Daniel, Mike?
What was that?
Do you want me to relay from Daniel, Mike?
Go ahead.
Yeah, he was saying we'll see if his antennas stay up on the snow they're expecting on Saturday.
Well, that was so fast I couldn't evaluate what you said. Try it again.
Okay. Daniel was saying we'll see if his antennas stay up with the snow that's coming on Saturday. Over?
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let's hope so. I know he's got a kind of a modest mounting situation there. I don't know why it can't be improved. He's been on now for 3 or 4 years with the same limitations. It seems like he should have something up a little bit more sturdy. One tower with all the stuff on it would certainly be helpful. I don't know if he's got some other limitations like an XYL or some HOA restrictions, but it sure would be good if he had them on a tower instead of sitting on little posts on the roof. Hi. Thank you for the relay, Rob. It was more my ears than anything. Over.
Yep, I was surprised I was hearing him as well as I was. And I'm that guy you're talking about with the poles pushing up on the roof, which I'm trying to change. Over.
Yeah, I know you are. Okay, let me go back. Let's see, we were going to go back to Richard. Let's see, Richard, for any final comments there? KD6BQ. What's the story on N7 Victor Alpha Zulu? Do you know if he has 432? Over. Wow. Okay, it's way down at the moment, Richard. I did not get it. I heard your CW, but I didn't get it. I'm assuming it's no, but I don't know. Try it again. Does N7VAZ have 432 or not? KED6BQ, K6MYC. He has 432. Yes, I got yes that time. Yeah, you're up and down, obviously. Okay, well, I don't know. I can stand by for him. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, do you hear anything from me? This is Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie and Delta Mike 07, calling N7VAZ and standing by. Over. Your no came through, almost blew me off the chair here. It's up and down tonight, boy. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, 73. And if you're talking to him, you tell him he's got to get on here at the right time or we aren't going to work ever. KD6BQ, 73. We'll see you Sunday, K6MYC. It did. Massive fading, Rob.
Yeah, his CW came way up there right at the end.
It went way down for me right at the end, but it was up just before that when he said yes. He blew me off the chair here.
Oh, we must have opposite propagation because he blew me off the last stuff he said.
Yeah, isn't that something? All right, I'm going to go back. Let's see. What am I going to do here? I think we're just missing... Well, let me see if perhaps we've got Darren in there. KJ6KFB. Darren, are you on frequency by chance? Over. Okay, nothing from Darren, just lots of pops from Beale Air Force Base. go down to...
Does Merle have 432?
Say what?
Does Merle have 432?
Well, not that I know of. Who does have it is N5NPD, but he's been very quiet for a week or so.
Yeah, I heard him check in on the Thursday tonight to CarpNet.
Tonight?
Yeah, the net we had tonight at 7 o'clock, the Clovis Amateur Pioneers, Radio Pioneers.
He checked in from across the valley, N5NPD. Brett?
Yep, that was Brett. He checked in as a visitor, and yeah, he does once in a while there.
Yeah, I wonder why he didn't check in on 432. He's missed the last couple of nights, or last 3 or 4 nights actually, on 2 and 432, and 6. Anyway. Trying to get down into the middle of the Bay Area here. Bay Area. Late checks are missed. KT2G or others. K6MYC Bozo Net calling and listening. Bay Area Bozo Net 432 K6MYC. Anybody left? Guess we got them all, Rob. The only one we're missing is KB6RQU. And I don't know, was it worth going down there for him again or not? Over.
Yeah, I would say with his past record, probably not.
Okay. Well, I got quite a few tonight. What'd you get?
I think I got 26.
Wouldn't surprise me. That's a big load. I was running out of space to write numbers here. Yeah, I got 3 columns on a half sheet, and quite a few people checking in. So it was a good night here on 432. I wish it was a little better conditions in the Sacramento area. Bill, of course, missing KO6KD 776 and KJ6KFB. We could have had those two, which are pretty normal in here. But neither one of them showed up, so that's kind of bad. And but we did get 2 out of Nevada, so that's good. Guess that offsets. Not a bad showing in the Bay Area, but it could have been a little better. And not too bad in the San Joaquin, although we missed Ken at WA60IB and maybe N6BYH. I think he's probably still down there fighting fires, huh? That little DEWs, those directive energy weapons, are really starting one fire after the other down there, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, that could be a possibility.
Well, I don't know. You know, it just seems like, of course, once the fires get started, the attention is on them, and any little fire, even a 2-acre fire, is going to get the news. We would not hear about those size fires until they get up to 5,000 and 10,000 or 5,000 or 1,000 acres. When you start getting that size, then they start making the news normally. So we may be just hearing about the little ones, but the whole communities are burning up there. It's up now in the Grapevine, Castaic and stuff are burning, so it's a weird one.
Yeah, I was pulling up the CAL FIRE fire page and looking at the ones, both the Pacific Palisades and the Pasadena one, and then the one up there by Castaic.
Well, the Castaic's brand new. Pasadena was the first one, and then the Pacific Palisades was almost simultaneously with Pasadena. So those are old, but there's been a whole bunch of other ones bordering on the San Fernando Valley. Hasn't quite leaked into very much of the San Fernando Valley yet, which is odd. But everything else around it is hasn't gotten into the Beverly Hills area yet either, which is surprising. If they want to burn up some expensive houses, they could do that one.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I wanted to ask you a question about last night. We had Pat sort of in there. Did you put him down on your list?
I put him down, but I don't know if he ever put us down because he turned away just about that time. But we did check in with 831, so I think we got it. I just didn't hear. I heard Pat, so I wrote him in, but it's your option.
Okay, I'll write him in. Yeah, I can look real quick here and see what we've got. They sent me the list already from last night.
Yeah, Judy hasn't gotten to that yet. We're still buried in a little bit of loose-end computer stuff. I got a thing in the mail today from a court proceeding, which might involve me. It shouldn't, and it probably is going to go nowhere. But it's some flaky thing that we got in the mail. I had to spend some time sorting that out. Looks like a nothing burger, but my name was on as a plaintiff, only because I own the property. Anyway, not a big deal. It should get sorted out very quickly, but those kind of things make you make phone calls and waste time over.
Yeah, roger on that. Well, I got the 432 net tonight already, but I haven't gotten the 2-meter net from them yet, so I don't know who they marked down.
What do you mean you haven't got the 430? You got 432. How did you get that? I got it here in front of me.
The one for LA. They put their stuff up on the Bozo Net IO, and I'm a subscriber to that like Aaron, and so we get all the stuff that they post.
Okay, I don't know whether they call it a Bozo Net. Doesn't matter at this point. Okay, so, well, you can write it up. I think you were here the whole time, so you know pretty much who was in here. I don't think I heard anybody that you didn't hear.
Yeah, on tonight's net, and I guess Wednesday night's net, I guess I'm okay.
Yeah, I'll try to get Judy to finish up those things. Last night we had quite a few, but I don't remember how many. But it didn't get done today. She may get to all that stuff tomorrow. I'm going to be gone all morning, so I'll leave her alone to hopefully clean up all that stuff. So you may see something tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, I'm running late. I don't think I've submitted anything since Sunday, so I've got a bunch of nets I got to submit.
I know, but if you can't wait past Friday, just go ahead without her.
Okay, we'll wait tomorrow and see what we get.
Yeah, we're usually within one, so I don't think there's anything terribly significant that I might have missed or you might have missed, so I think we're good.
Well, on the Monday nights, I got so many nets going on there, I wasn't able to pay much attention to any particular one, to make sure I didn't miss something. So that's why I wanted to verify, at least on the Monday, the 6-meter and the 222.
Yeah, well, remember, we added one more on 222 for Monday night. It was, who was it that was there, but we didn't hear about it. Oh, it was Q. No, it wasn't. It was... what the hell night was it? Tuesday, maybe. Tuesday night. W6QUI checked in, and I didn't know it, so he's not on my list.
Yeah, I added him on mine. And I thought maybe Ken, N6RO, was on one of the nights on Monday that we didn't have him on.
I think he was there. I never heard him on 222, I think, on Monday night. But he was there, and he did check in with other people, so he was on.
Yeah, I've got him for 222 night.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I got him on 6 also.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's see. I'm going to get out of here, go finish my dinner. I didn't quite scrape all the pieces together for dinner. It was ran a little bit late tonight. So I'll do that, sit by the fire, get warm, watch the last of the news, and maybe watch a blog or two tonight before we go to bed. We've been missing out. We've had so many other computer things that we had to do. Anyway, 7-3, Aaron, thank you for being there. And Frank was here today, and we did get half of my solar panels back up, so I've got the equivalent of what we took off. We took off 42, and he put on 20 of the new ones, and actually ended up with a little more power showing up in the shack here than we had with the with the old ones. So the rest of them will go up over the next few days. So at least we're sort of back to normal here. Good night, all. K6USY, and then over to Rob, K6MYC, and anybody else.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, I just want to know when you're going to just give PG&E the finger. Yeah, it sounds like you're going to be able to produce enough power up there. You're probably not going to have to switch to them very often unless the sun gets blocked for 3 days or something. But very good. Well, I'm sitting here playing with the 905. I got my camera hooked up to it, and my mug is showing up on the screen. So I'm getting ready to play with some amateur TV stuff. So, but other than that, we'll catch you later, and probably Sunday night on 2 meters. K6USY up to Rob.
Yeah, it's 905. I keep thinking it's the 705, but that's the other one, the other 10-watt radio. So the 905 is the one that goes all the way up. Thanks, Aaron. And okay on amateur TV night. Get your dancing girl dress on. Excuse me. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay. How do I follow that? Let's see. Also, John checked in real late one of the nights, so I added him on. You guys won't have him on your list there, so I expect we'll have one more 711 K6MI.
He was in here. What night?
I don't remember whether it was Tuesday night or Monday night, but I had my radio on really late, and he checked in, so I've got him down on that one too.
Okay. So I'll put 1055 and 711 on the 1296 net.
Yeah, I'm looking. I had John on the 1296 net, so it must have been another one that didn't have him on.
We'll take a look. Anyway, 7-3 for now. Enjoy another nice day. Hopefully by Saturday we'll start to get some rain here. I'm actually not looking forward to rain on Saturday because we want to finish up some more solar panel work, but it doesn't usually rain during the daytime anyway, so more than likely we won't get any rain on Saturday anyway. 7-3 guys, K6MYC going that away.
Hey, Mike, I wanted to ask you, you were talking about getting some more panels, which I guess you have. Did you need to get full pallets worth or not?
Well, I was going to buy a full pallet's worth, but if you have a sizable number, I would consider that instead. Over.
Okay, I didn't know about the type you want to get too. I like those Aptos ones because they're bifocal, and they would match what I already have. And they say it's good to match the same kind of panels there. Over.
I don't think it matters. I'm not going to have them on this array anyway. I got only room for 36, and it's even a stretch to put them on the array where I had 42 of the other ones, but they're smaller. So these 36 are on all spoken for, but then I was going to put another batch on the water pump system, the well system. I have 14 of the 150s. I'll go to 14 of the 400s. And I don't think I'll have to go any bigger, but that if I buy 36, I'll have a few left over, and then we'll put them on the hillside and augment what we have, and then we'll have more than enough. We'll put those on posts aimed in late sun, afternoon time, and take advantage of that. But I was thinking of getting another pallet of 36 for $3,200 or whatever it is. And but if you want to get rid of, I need at least 14 more.
Okay. I'll have to look and see what we got going. The ones I need to add are for our pump here too, so I haven't quite figured that system out already. So we'll have to talk later about it. Are you in a hurry to do that?
Oh, wait a minute. You've already got 62 pallets, don't you? I mean, 62 panels.
Yeah, I got 2 pallets of 31, and then they sent me a replacement. They only sent, they don't send any out less than 5, I think, so they sent me two extras. So I've got 64, I guess.
Well, I can't imagine you'll need any more than that. Is that what you're thinking? You might have extras of those?
No, I need to, these are kind of all spoken for in my, for the house here. I'm going to have three arrays of, I think 11 or 12 panels in each one.
Well, that's what I got for my house. It's 36 panels is what I've got right now, or will have when I'm done. That's just 36 for the house, and the well doesn't take even half of that.
Yeah, no, I'm not thinking right. I've got I've got 2 places to put 11 panels in each one, and I had let's see, 6 arrays and 11 panels in each one. So I'm looking at probably needing about 66, and I think I have about 62, 64.
Okay, well, it sounds like you got the right number. I wouldn't even worry about it. If I have a few extras, I probably will have a few extras, so you could take some of mine. But mine are bi-directional also, but they're not the same brand as yours. These are 450 watts by themselves, 400 watts by themselves. They're very thin, very light. They weigh 75 pounds each. Oh, no, I guess these are a little heavier. They're heavier than the old ones, but they're thinner. In any case, they are 400 watts on the front side and 50, 60 watts on the back side.
Okay, yeah, the ones I have are 440 on the front, and they can go up to 540 if you include the back.
I don't know what my back can produce. It may be as much as 100, I don't know. Anyway, but they're very inexpensive. These are only $32, what was it? No, $88 a piece.
Yeah, that is pretty inexpensive. Well, we'll have to talk off the air and see what we can do. I don't have my plans very well finalized for what I need in extras.
Yeah, but if you're going to put other strings up there, they don't have to be the same brand. The only reason I'm going with the same brand is I want them all the same vintage, so that when they do deteriorate, they deteriorate the same. I've got real old ones. I got mediocre old that were purchased as second-hand panels. They're about 300, but I just wanted to have everything that I'm using on a current basis at the 400-watt level.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially if you want to stay away from PG&E.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll be, I can't even imagine. I may leave PG&E turned on. I've still got to pay a service charge if I leave it even hooked up to the house. I don't want to be completely without it. You know, in a total emergency or a breakdown of something, I'd rather have it here. And paying a $26 a month service charge is not a biggie. I may even not have to pay that because I get some credits for being solar. So some of that gets washed out. But right now I still have some charges that make the bill difficult to decipher. You could do it, but it isn't worth the effort. Point is, I get some credits back every month, which offsets the service charge and a little bit more other dollars besides. So who knows? Anyway, I'll be essentially as low as I can get it and still maintain a hookup to the grid.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, I'll let you go there. K6MYC, KM6SR. We'll say 73.
Yeah. But honestly, the panels you have, I can't imagine for what you're doing you'll need any more than what you have. You're over paneled by my estimate already. So the 66 or 64 or 62 or 60, whatever you've got, that's more than enough to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work also for the well.
Well, I'm going to only have, I may put more on the well on the long term, but I'm going to have maybe 14 or a few more, maybe as many as 20 on the well when I get all done, and then I'll have 16 spares to put other places, and I may, that's why I'll put on the hillside somewhere and picking up some late afternoon sun or early morning sun or something. Over.
Yep, sounds good.
Alrighty. 7-3. Good night, Aaron. Good night, Rob. K6MYC going away.
And good night to everybody on YouTube, K6USY.